Hey, howdy, hey, y'all, welcome back to the channel. I can't get through a week without mentioning Activision for a third time. I thought after my SM2 cease and desist video, Activision would be done with the bullshit. Well, I was wrong. These dickheads came along and decided to put one in between the eyes of XLabs. For those of you who are unaware, XLabs was very similar to that of SM2, but instead used the Black Ops 3, Modern Warfare 2, Ghost, and Advanced Warfare clients respectively. I just want to go over what this means for Activision, the Call of Duty modding community, and Call of Duty in general. But before we get into it, and if it ain't too much to ask, if you watch to the end of the video and you like what you see, then consider hitting that sub button for more content like this. Okay? Let's get into it. On May 22nd, the guys over at XLabs posted this tweet. Today, we have received a cease and desist letter on behalf of Activision Publishing in relation to the XLabs project. We are complying with this order and shutting down all operations permanently. Thank you for all of your support over the years. And if you're wondering if you've heard it before, yes, you have. SM2 said the exact same thing, damn near word for word. This news comes less than 72 hours after SM2 got hit with the same cease and desist from Activision Publishing. It also had people like Mudahar from Some Ordinary Gamers and FaZe Jev speak on the topic as well. Not only did this leave many people kind of shocked, but more and more people's heads are turning towards Activision doing this more out of spite than anything else. Let me explain real quick. In my last video, I essentially said that they are doing this now because they seen that the internet ripped them a new asshole after seeing their year 2 content for MW2 get repackaged and possibly sold for another $70. So instead of doing something respectable, they crucified SM2 for all of Twitter to see. For years, these modding platforms were public knowledge. They were in constant rotation, and you had COD veterans like FaZe Jev playing and advocating the usage of projects like SM2, Plutonium, and XLabs. These experiences were 9 times out of 10 accessible to the public, and the reason why they are so popular is because they feed off of the nostalgia that COD fans have. And this just might be me here, right? But where the fuck is the harm in letting fans of your platinum titles continue to let these games be cherished? I know it's y'all's IPs that made you dickheads in the ballpark of $20 billion between 2006 and 2016, but you are the ones who left the games abandoned and full of hackers. You see, Activision left these games with horrible servers. They have never once went back to update and maintain these servers. And I get it, it's because of low player numbers, but I genuinely think that the player numbers wouldn't be so low if you guys acted like y'all gave a fuck about the series to begin with. Activision knows that their most recent title, MW2, proved to them financially that they can do and say whatever the fuck they want, and no matter what happens, someone with a big enough bank account will continue to feed them goddamn money. And to that I say, hey, it's your money. Don't give it to them. I guess this also opens the floor up for a deeper discussion on the legal morality of clients like SM2, XLabs, and Plutonium. Do I personally think these platforms should be shut down? Absolutely not. Simply because Activision turned these games from premier titles to abandonware essentially in record time. And the nerve of the pricks to still ask anywhere from $30 to $60 for abandoned games is sinister in nature. I have had plenty of discussions with my fellow content creating friends about this issue, and they all kind of have the same perspective. And that perspective is this: what if someone you didn't know was using your name and content trying to financially prosper off of it? My response to this question has pretty much been the same, and my response is, I don't fucking care. If I have a video that's 2 or 3 years old, you can take that video and re-upload it. What are the chances of me going back and redoing that entire video and re-uploading it at all? Slim to none. However, if it's a video I've uploaded in the past 6, 7, 8 months, that's a new issue in and of itself. And that's essentially what these mod platforms are doing. They are taking old content that clearly Activision doesn't give a Frenchman's fuck about anymore, and putting it back into circulation. You won't see them do this with Black Ops 4, Modern Warfare 2019, or Modern Warfare 2 2022 anytime soon. Well, especially now, since the platforms are getting JFK'd. The only reason I can think of as to why SM2 and XLabs got nuked while Plutonium is the last man standing, no pun intended, maybe has something to do with SM2 and XLabs being paid experiences at one point in time. Plutonium has never asked for money directly from the project's users. The only people making money off of Plutonium are the people running the servers. You can go to Plutonium's website right now and download the DLC to play World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, MW2, and MW3. And let me make this very clear, they are not the base games, but instead the downloadable assets from those games so Plutonium can launch them successfully. One may argue that it's the full game, but without Plutonium Plutonium executing those asset files, the game would not work at all. But Plutonium has always recommended you own the base game and pay the price for that base game. This is not only mainly for legal reasons, but for optimization purposes on Plutonium's end. SM2 at one point was asking for money simply to get through development, and in exchange for money, you got to play the game during its playtest. XLabs did something very similar as well. Both, however, were par for the course of being free-to-play titles. So if you want to talk about schematics, you could technically say that simply based off of the fact that Plutonium is free, it has successfully avoided legal trouble so far. But even though the cases of XLabs and SM2 appear to be so crystal clear and cut down the middle on why they got shut down, it's not. We don't know why the fuck Activision, for some reason, all of a sudden cares about fan-made community mod projects. Well, that's a damn lie. I know why, but to avoid sounding like a broken record, I'll just leave it up to I made a whole ass video on it. Here's the link to go check it out. The video I did on SM2, I left Activision with a little letter. I don't think the letter got through, so let me go ahead and read it off again. Dear Activision, I would be ashamed of your goddamn selves if I were y'all. You guys have proven time and time again that not only can y'all not be trusted on your words and actions, but now you cannot be trusted with fan-made passion projects. Y'all are a fucking tumor on the gaming industry that will forever remain benign, but will occasionally raise a cause for concern. Activision does not deserve this IP anymore. So Activision, from someone who has been playing this series since the early days of COD 4, go fuck yourselves. If you watched all the way to the end and you like what you've seen, then consider hitting that sub button, that like button, and legally battle that notification bell for more content like this. And as always, my name is Redbeard Mortis. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you guys in the next one. But until then, I am fucking out of here.